What's up, everybody? I'm Dave Miranda, and this is episode 106 of Just Give Me 5. I hope you guys are doing great, continue to be amazing. We got a legendary show lined up for you today. But first, here's a word from our sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Dirty JDM. You into cars, like Fast and Furious, on some Vin Diesel shit? Well, I suggest all tuners go to dirtyjdm.com for the hottest apparel and use code GIVEME35 and receive 35% off when you purchase today. That's Dirty JDM. Let's go. If you guys caught episode 105, you saw we had none other than my man Slop Funked us. So let me tell you, that Dr. Dre story, man. You know, like a lot of people don't even get the opportunity to be in the same room with Dre. And so the fact that he, Illmind looked out for him, that's a real good friend right there, man, because Illmind got the call. He could have just went out there and did it himself, but he said, nah, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna bring my man with me. We're gonna go in there as a team, so he looked out for him. And man, just everything Slop's done, man, for the scene, for the culture, everything with Rockets 50, did a lot for Arizona, for the scene out here, giving artists opportunity. He's my Writers Guild brother. Love that guy, man. So it was truly an honor to have him on the show. And make sure you guys watch episode 105. All right. But today's guest is an absolute legend in the hip-hop community, period. We're going to talk about how he became a DJ. We're also going to talk about how he became a member of the legendary hip-hop group Third Base, his role in the movie Juice, some incredible tour memories, and so much more. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you DJ Daddy Rich.
All right, this is DJ Richie Rich. I like mine in cash, so all I'm saying is just give me 5. It wasn't a particular person. Well, maybe this guy Joffrey. He was doing he's dead right now. God bless the dead, but this guy Joffrey Pinero, he was around the way. He was doing a block party and whatnot.
Okay.
And that's what kind of first attracted me to it. And then I had my homeboy Bobby Roode. Mm-hmm. He was one of the nicest DJs in the area, and we used to break dance together. Okay. So he started showing me the ropes of DJing, mm-hmm. and that's kind of like how I got into it. But like one of the most visual things, I think, when I saw Jam Master Jay on Crush Groove,
right? Yeah.
I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Do you remember the first night that you came into a spot to set it off?
I mean, well, it's different. Like nowadays, you come out and you're at a club instantly. Right. Like back in the days, it would be the circuit. You used to do like little house parties, the high school parties. Right. Then I think when you graduated to like the block parties, that's as far as you could go, like in the area, like in Brooklyn. So, that was like the natural progression, if you. Me and Pete Nice used to do the WKCR, I think it was, Columbia radio station. Okay. That Stretch and Bobito took over. Yeah. We were doing that, and we were cutting demos, and I went to college. Okay. And Pete stayed and hooked up with Search. Mm-hmm. So I got the call when I was on campus, like, hey, look, I need a DJ. Right. And that's how I came with the group.
Wow, man. So you guys were doing it at the station before Stretch and Bobito?
Right.
Wow, man. How long were you guys doing that for?
Well, it was Clark Kent and Pete Nice. They were doing it for a while, and then Clark went on tour with Dana Dane. Okay. And Clark put me in position with Pete, so we did the show for a few months, mm-hmm. and then we started cutting demos at Funky Slice Studio, and like Brooklyn Queens was one of the songs that we did before Third Base, and I went to school, and he stayed in the circuit, and when the time came, he hit me up.
Nice. So technically it was you and Pete that initially started it. Search came in through Pete.
Well, I mean, Search was his own entity. I mean, Search's been knocking around since Latin Quarter days. I mean, he's been around That's one thing you got to give him. That dude, I mean, think about if I love Jewish music or something, right?
Right.
How crazy it would be. I go to all the Jewish turnouts.
Yeah.
I'm the only black guy there, right? And then next week I cut my hair and I got the hair hanging down.
Right.
The next week I show up, I got a yarmulke. The next week I'm dressed up in whatever I think a Jewish person might be dressed in and just keep coming. So I can't even really imagine that mindset. But Search been around for a while. He's put out records before Third Base.
Yeah, because he was doing a solo tip first,
Right.
And then he was like a battle rapper, I think, right? Wasn't he like battling for a little bit or something?
Nah, he was like, I know he judged some contests, some of those contests, but I never saw him in a battle.
Okay.
But ciphers and stuff like that, yeah, he was around for that.
Okay, so he was there, and then you guys just completely combined. And what year was this?
I think this is 91, and actually I wasn't around for the combination.
Oh.
I wasn't around for that. Search had a guy, DJ White Knight. He was the original DJ for Third Base, but they had a falling out. Pete called me. So they hooked up. I knew who Search was, but they hooked up when I was at college. Oh, man.
From that time.
Oh, God. And you just asked me, and like 8 of them just flew out of my mind.
I'll bet, man.
But, wow, you want a good one? You want a bad one?
I want them all.
All right.
Whatever works.
Canadian MTV. We were live on Canadian MTV, big concert.
Okay.
And, you know, Pete Nice was like a heartthrob. He had his girl with him on the tour or whatever. She's in the audience, right?
Right.
And like some girl is like pulling on Pete's pants and whatever.
Yeah.
And his girl, you know, got mad and started fighting with the girl in the audience.
Oh, wow.
And this turned into a brawl.
Oh, wow.
I mean, live on Canadian MTV. I mean, a full-out brawl.
Damn.
I mean, Pete pulled out the cane with the sword.
What?
Ahmed and Otis, our dancers, they were body slamming dudes.
Probably had people, they were trying to get involved.
Right, it turned into a melee.
Oh,
But yeah, that's one of the bad ones. Good tour. I mean, Big Daddy Kane's tour. That one sticks out in my mind.
Man, I got it. Tell me all about it.
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane. It was us, Queen Latifah, Digital Underground. Light was on some of the shows. EPMD was on some of the shows. And if you can imagine, I mean, being 20-something years old, everybody's out. We out on the road. It was a different time.
And this was Tupac Shakur Digital Underground.
Yeah, that's where I met Tupac. Actually, that's the first time I met him.
Okay.
That was crazy because I never met him before. And here he comes down the hallway. He's like, yo, I heard you cut hair, man. Look at my shit. It's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pete Nice got the pictures. I think he's got that in the Hip Hop Museum
Nice. Okay.
that day. But
Okay.
we were, I mean, just young, having fun. I mean, it was those days where you didn't really need a bodyguard. You know,
Right.
it wasn't all that beef. When you saw a fan, they wanted to either rap for you, they wanted an autograph or something.
Yeah.
Last thing on your mind is like one of these people trying to rob you.
Right.
But every night, Big Daddy Kane used to announce what hotel we were in. So the parking lot would be filled like 200-300 women scoop and scrap his dances. They're walking around with pizza boxes with their dicks in the pizza box,
What?
showing it to, wow. I mean, we had water fights that destroyed hotels.
Wow.
I can't even imagine how much the label spent paying for them hotels.
How many cities was this tour?
God, probably about 10, 15 cities. It all stopped being fun when somebody broke their leg, man.
Who broke the leg?
This dude named Minister, I think he was either Big Daddy Kane's bodyguard or Queen Latifah's bodyguard.
Broke his leg? How'd that happen?
Slip.
Oh.
Yeah, the whole place was wet. I mean,
Oh,
we
what? Oh,
we were ridiculous, man. We were kicking in doors. And if you look at Arsenio Hall,
Okay.
you'll see Digital Underground wearing Third Base t-shirts.
Oh, okay.
And that was for what does Shock say? Shock for whatchamacallit, something in battle
Yeah.
or whatever. honorable something in battle. That's why he wore those shirts, because we tore shit up.
So, man, so speaking of Pac,
Right.
tell us how the role in Juice landed.
The role in Juice landed through Plastic Man. DJ Plastic Man, he's one of the Supermen. The Superman DJ crew was me, Clark Kent, DJ Scratch, Plastic Man. And at the time, he was DJing for Moni Love.
Okay.
And he had the plug, and they wanted choreographers for the DJ scene. So he tapped me, and we did the choreography for the DJ scene in Juice.
Wow, man. You know, and then now at this time as well, or was this after you? This is when you were also later on you started DJing for Light as well, right?
No, Light was early in my career, before everything else. MC Light, we were in a group together. It was at the time my name was DJ Shaz.
Okay.
Right?
Okay,
Whatever
yeah.
that meant.
Right.
And it was Pure Elegance with DJ Shaz, and I believe her name was either Sparkle or Dazzle. But yeah, we were a group together.
Nice, man. I mean, how was it? But how was it being in Juice though?
It was dope.
Your personal experience, you know what I mean?
It was dope. I mean, it would have been doper if they let the records that we were actually using, if they let those into the movies. But it was like we just came off tour with Latifah. She was in the movie.
Yeah.
Just came off tour with Tupac. He's in the movie.
Right.
And I knew the movie was gonna be a hit because the guy who played Raheem, the chubby guy, and they played a joke on me.
Okay.
We were on the set, and the guy who played the detective,
Yeah.
when they approached him about the robbery,
Yeah.
they did that scene to me.
Wow.
They did that scene with me.
Interrogation joint?
Right, like I really thought the police came over here and these guys did something last night.
Right.
I'm looking at them like, yo, what the fuck did y'all do last night?
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, yeah, this movie's gonna be a hit.
Did you guys show like Omar, Omar Epps like tips and everything? Like how did he learn that?
Plaz helped Omar with that.
Okay.
Plaz helped Omar with that, and I think the part with Omar cutting, that was DJ Scratch.
Oh.
The overdub. Scratch was supposed to be there that day, but I think he had a show with EPMD in Buffalo, so that would have been crazy too.
Wow,
Me, because you hear him mention Scratch in the movie.
Yeah.
They mentioned me, they mentioned Scratch,
Right.
but he couldn't make it that day.
Wow.
It got to a point where I started having children, and I decided that, well, I mean, hip hop wasn't really, taking care of my kids, so I had to, get into real life.
Yeah.
So I've been back to school about 2 or 3 times because I definitely was behind the curve as far as real life is concerned.
Yeah.
So I went back to school for HVAC.
Okay.
So for the last 14 years,
Yeah.
I've been making my living doing climate control and HVAC. DJing is just one of those things that it's in my blood.
It'll never leave you.
And I prove that to myself every once in a while. I don't touch turntables but maybe one time a year,
Really?
just to see if I forgot how,
Yeah.
and I just can't.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy, I just can't. I've been doing that for so much of my life, and it's been so important,
For sure.
right? But then you get to a certain point in your life, and you're like, how important is this?
Yeah.
How important is it to spin records?
Right.
We're not curing cancer here, you know what I mean? We're not solving world hunger.
Yeah.
But you see so many people that will do anything for it.
Absolutely.
And I'm just like one of those people, like, yeah, I got a chance to do a lot of things a lot of people didn't do,
Right. For sure.
so I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
So for me right now, I like my life the way it is.
Yeah.
The music thing, I hardly listen to music, tell you the truth. But every once in a while, I'll jump on my turntables and kill shit and be like, yeah, you're the one, and
Nice,
and just
man.
leave it alone.
Nice, man. And what brought you to Arizona?
I moved to Atlanta for a while, and I was out in Atlanta, and I was DJing for the Brat for a little while.
Really?
Right. I DJed for the Brat, Lil Kim, Def Comedy Jam, all these things after Third Base. But
So were you like taking like basically like how Kid Capri was doing Def Comedy Jam? Were you like his place?
I was actually supposed to be. See, I had a choice to make.
Okay.
This was the first time Third Base had their own tour.
Right.
And Bob Sumner pulled me in the office at Def Jam, and he's like, you know, I want you to do this Def Comedy Jam thing. So I had to make a choice. And ironically, this is the tour that Third Base broke up on.
Wow.
So yeah, I had the choice of doing Def Comedy Jam or going on tour with Third Base.
Okay.
And this is the first time we're headlining our own tour. We got stage props. Search is popping out of the stage in a Jack in the Box. Pete's got a crown with a phone booth that turns into a crown. Man. I got my DJ console with the lights and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, so I was like, nah, let me stick with the group. And yeah, we broke up on that tour.
What exactly caused that?
It was a tumbleweed that just kept on getting bigger. Yeah. I think it started, we had our girlfriends.
Gotcha.
Pete had his girlfriend, Serge had his girlfriend, now wife. I had my girlfriend.
Right.
We did shows together and they would meet.
Okay.
Pete's girlfriend and my girlfriend, they clicked, they got along.
Okay.
Serge's girlfriend was kind of like the odd person out. And it was, they just didn't get along, and it kind of got to the point where Serge brought his girlfriend on tour.
Oh.
And he brought his girl on tour, so then Pete's girlfriend is like, Serge's girlfriend is on tour, so why can't I go on tour?
Exactly.
My girlfriend, Pete and Serge's girlfriends are on tour.
Yeah.
Why can't I go on tour? So next thing you know, we got three girlfriends on the tour.
Okay. Okay.
So what starts happening is a jealousy thing, where Pete's girlfriend and my girlfriend, they stayed out the business.
Okay.
Serge's girlfriend, on the other hand, was a little bit different.
Right.
And I'll say, like, when we first started doing shows, people weren't familiar with the material. And basically the show would be going down, and then I'd do a DJ solo, bring it up. So I would do 2 DJ solos a night.
Okay.
I remember one time when people started getting more familiar with the music,
Yeah.
you know, I cut out the second DJ solo.
Okay.
She's the type of person who came like, well, you know, you should earn your money for a change. You should be doing 2 solos.
Wow.
She was in it like that.
Right.
I remember when KMD got signed and they got the checks for KMD, we were coming downstairs in the elevator.
Yeah.
And I remember her saying, like, Serge was saying, okay, I'm gonna give Doom and Heem this amount of money or whatever. Yeah. She was like, what are you giving them that amount of money for? All they're gonna do is spend it. That's how she gave it up.
Oh, wow, man.
So,
She's playing that in the head now. Yeah.
right, so what happens is, it's a pissing contest for everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, our apartment, the ceilings are higher in our apartment than Pete's apartment.
Right.
Oh, our leather couch is bigger than Pete's leather couch. Yep. And that type of energy starts up.
Yep.
Pete Nice, we're on tour. This dude is eating bran muffins all day long. He's not spending any money.
Right, right.
Serge jumped out. He bought a Honda Accord, threw some AMG hammers on it.
Yeah.
System and everything. Serge is kiting around, no problem.
Right.
Pete's taking cabs. Pete's
Right.
eating bran muffins.
Yeah, well,
he's spending 0 money.
Right, right.
So we're at Green Street Studio, I think it was.
Okay.
And he didn't say a goddamn word.
Pete.
Pete didn't say a goddamn word. He's like, yeah, they're delivering my car to me today. We go outside. It's the only green 535 kitted up with Momos, with the Momo rims on it. sick car.
Right.
That started a problem
Okay.
because Search wants to be the front man. He's the front man. Now, Pete Nice is rocking a better car than you. Right. So that starts jealousy.
Okay.
So what happens, Search gets rid of the Accord now, and he grabs a Honda, what was that, a Acura Legend.
Yeah, and that's when acts were huge.
Right.
Yeah.
And just the type of person Shorty was, his wife, D Nice, got the same Acura.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, yeah, D Nice got the same Acura as us, but he couldn't afford rims. That's the type of energy that she right. Yeah. So that whole part about Pete calling his wife a bitch, that didn't happen.
Okay.
That's a blatant lie.
Okay.
Pete Nice is as he presents himself. Yeah. Pete is cool. Pete, you hardly see Pete get mad. I've seen Pete get mad maybe twice. Yeah. Respectful dude. He never said that.
He seems like, yeah.
What happened was, to what I feel, she felt that Search was a big enough star that he didn't need to be in this group. Yeah. And I think she convinced him. Like, you should go solo. You don't have to split the money, and you could do whatever. So that's what happened.
Okay.
And that's pretty much as honest as I could tell you.
Yeah.
Yo, I hope that clears it up for everybody.
Yeah, man.
I have no horse in the game.
Yeah,
I'm saying, I'm not in music.
Yeah.
This is what happened. I mean, Pete Nice, I could take Pete to Church Avenue in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And he could fit in because he gets respect because just the way he carries himself. Right. You know what I mean? It's like always a different vibe when we go. Like, I never understood what it was. I mean, I had the Booyah Tribe come up to me like, yeah, you and Pete are cool, but that Search dude, no, we're gonna fuck him up. I mean,
you don't want Booyah Tribe after you, you know what I'm saying?
Right, and I never knew why. You know, I never knew why. But yeah, Pete Nice, I could take him anywhere, man. We could go Church Avenue, we could go to a Jamaican restaurant, which we do.
Right.
You know, and he's cool. It feels good, but I don't get that from like social media or stuff like that. I get that from my family. I get that from my kids. My kids are my barometer for that. At the end of the day, when I'm gone, you know, my sons are gonna say, yo, my dad was a stand-up dude. My daughter's gonna say, yeah, he was there. He was for real. That's how I wanna, you know, carry it. I'm not really worried about likes. I have social media platforms, but I'm not really on social media. You know what I mean? I'm just there in case somebody wants to get in contact with me. But yeah, I get mines in real life, man. This is DJ Richie Rich from Third Base. That was my 5. Peace.
And there you have it. Man, shout out to my man Rich. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we had Be Easy on the show, and that's his right-hand man. Came through, and I told him, I was like, yo, it'd be amazing to get you on the show sometime. Fast forward, you know, we made it happen, and here we are, boom, you know what I'm saying? Man, shout out to you, my brother. You know, it's just truly an honor to have you on here. So much history. I feel like we could have gone on for hours, you know. But man, just thank you so much. I wish you nothing but the best and nothing less, you know, and you are definitely a gem to the Arizona scene. And, you know, we just appreciate you blessing us on our platform. Make sure you guys are following him on social media. And shout out to my brother Jimmy Nelson on the camera. Make sure you guys subscribe to that YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you can get the notifications on upcoming episodes. All right. Well, this was definitely one for the books. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And until next time, stay tuned, stay blessed, stay healthy, and just give me 5, y'all.
Everything you get, you got the